Yes, yes, Rasko and Disco beer review with me a disco. Yeah, as I was saying, Rasko and Disco beer review with me disco coming at you live from amongst the cans and bottles in front of the bar, what I'm laughingly calling the Disco Arms. I haven't done a live for a while. Thought I'd pop on, see who's about, see who's up for a beer. Cheers all. If there's anybody around watching along wants to have a chat and a beer on a Sunday afternoon, I was wasting away my Sunday afternoon watching this. As you can see from the title, I was watching BigJet TV, a little phenomenon that sort of popped up massively on Friday and kind of got quite big, and I kind of got oddly enthralled into it as well. Friday afternoon, it went massive. He ended up with 230,000 viewers at one point. Stayed progressively around the 100 to 200,000 stage on something like a 7 hour live stream. This guy called BigJet TV, a guy called Jerry. He's got a channel anyway. It wasn't just a bit of luck. He's got plenty of subscribers anyway, but I think he added about 100,000 subscribers on Friday from his, I think, a standing start of the 70,000 that he had anyway. This guy that pops around the world, obviously massive interest in planes, and stands at the end of the runway, as I know a lot of people do. And yeah, just films the planes taking off or landing, depending on where he is. Hey, Joey Phil, thanks for popping in. Funnily enough, you was asking about a live last night. I didn't have a chance to reply to it. But yeah, here I am. I thought I'd pop on. Like I say, I've been watching this dude at Heathrow Airport in the storm, taking videos of the planes. Well, he was on Friday. He was taking them landing and watching all the wobbles as they landed and tried to get on the deck. He's on a different runway today, and he was earlier this afternoon watching the landings. But for some reason at Heathrow they swap the runways over. Maybe confusingly, unless you don't know. And yeah, he's watching them take off now, which is quite good for the sound. I haven't put the sound up obviously on this because that might be quite annoying. But I'm not particularly a plane spotter. I'm not particularly fussed on planes. I'm certainly not a great flyer. But I found this oddly enthralling just watching like me and 200,000 other people with nothing better to do on a Friday afternoon the other day, watching planes taking off. I mean, obviously, it was made more interesting by being in the storm and there's a little bit of a wobbles going on. A whole heap of Dunlop being laid down on the tarmac. A couple of bounces, a few wobbles, but they all got down safe. There was, I think it was a record number of go-arounds when they try to land, don't quite make it, shit themselves and pull back the throttle and take off again and have another go. I say shit their pants. These pilots obviously know exactly what they're doing. They train for this. They got simulations, and probably there's quite a lot of airports across the world that have some very difficult landings, and they land in all sorts of weather. So I've seen them described as heroes. I've seen them described as simply doing their job. But you imagine that they don't do it in these kind of conditions too often. So that's kind of what makes it interesting. What do you think, Phil? Were you watching them? Was anybody else watching them on Friday? Is anybody else watching along this afternoon? So in essence, what I'm doing is you watching me, watching that, watching me, something like that. Anyway, so yeah, this channel a little bit less on this afternoon. I think the storm is a little bit less. It's still a bit windy and a bit rainy out there. He's only got 18,000 at the moment. He just had a bit of a technical reset, so he lost a few thousand. You just lose a few thousand subscribers in a moment. That's YouTube for you. But yeah, he's got 18,000 watching this afternoon over there, including me. and I guess you. So I figured I'm going to be watching this stuff anyway. I can't. I want to just switch off and go and do something more important, but this is just strangely enthralling. So I thought, well, I'll crack a beer, see who's about online, see if anybody fancies a chat, and seeing if we can enjoy the planes together. Uh, Obviously, this is not. I can't. Well, I don't think I can put anything into the live stream. I don't think I can screen share this, or I could, but I don't know whether I'll get away with it. So I've cheated slightly and just put it on in the background, so you've got a general idea. But if you've got tech savvy stuff going on, you can be watching it yourself, split screen, I suppose. I'm not technical savvy enough, but I'm here on the laptop. I put that on a separate screen behind, so you can, if you're not watching the stream itself, you can at least have a flavour of the planes taking off. Now and again, a big one comes along and he gets really excited. The 747 in on Friday, he got randomly excited, so I assume there's not that many 747s about. Being of a certain age, I remember 747s, in the heyday, and I've never really been into plane spotting. I think as a kid, because it was all novel and stuff like that, my parents did take me down to Heathrow. I'm only about 5-6 miles away from Heathrow. I can get a bus from the end of the road down there. Obviously, I'm not today because I'm still not getting on bloody buses. And yeah, it's chucking rain. It's just stopped raining. It's still a bit windy. I don't know if we're at the back end of Storm Eunice still, or we're into Storm Franklin yet. I put Storm Franklin on the title because, well, that's what BigJet TV has got on their one. So I haven't had a look at the weather today, but I just look out the window. I don't normally look at the weather reports anyway. If it's raining, so be it. I'll just tell you what beer I'm on, because we're talking about beers. If you've seen any of my videos recently, you've seen a lot about this brewery I'm on today. I'm on with Weird Beard, which is, again, only just around the road, probably 5 miles the other way from Heathrow. Hella's around the corner. Hella's lager. Absolutely fine. The hit's gone a little bit more than it normally does, but it's a lovely colour. A lovely Hella's lager. A little bit out of date. I bought them properly cheaply, £2 a can. I believe they're still on the website. They're Weird Beers. I don't know why they've got them still. They shouldn't have, because this is a really decent beer. I enjoy it. Let's have a quick look at the planes. I can't make that screen any bigger, sadly. And I've no idea whether I'm allowed to share it onto the screen here or not. I imagine not. But then also, if anybody help me out, if anybody comes on and helps me out, let me know what the deal is with YouTube. Because I did see, I saw John the other day was sharing like video stuff from the Canada stream. It's kind of where I got the idea from this one, not copying him, to be fair. I half expected John to pop up with this sort of thing, but I believe he's on holiday at the moment, so he's probably not too bothered about YouTube. But he was sharing stuff, so I don't know whether, maybe I'll just share it anyway and see what happens if YouTube throw me off. I don't think we're getting demonetized, because we're not monetized anyway. You can't be with 90 subscribers. By the way, a massive thank you to those 90 subscribers. 92 subscribers, I believe it is. Be nice to have a little push, get to the magic 100. I don't know what's magic about the 100 on YouTube. It just sounds a nice round number, and I like nice round numbers. Onwards and upwards. Talking of which, got some good numbers on the last few videos. Massive thanks again to Scott and Wonders World, for putting the supermarket challenge, £10 challenge videos out. Did the Morrison, or I did the Tesco's one to start off with, then I did the Morrison's one last week. Got some good beers off of that. Got some good numbers on those videos. Thanks for everybody who watched, everybody who subscribed from those videos. And I should be doing the next one when it comes along. Not sure, we put it out to a vote. I think next week it'll come, in a couple of weeks' time, I'll come out with the next one, where it'll be a supermarket. He's putting bottle shops into the mix this time, which will be more of a challenge for me. I've only really got a couple around it, really good ones, by the way. So I might have a little wander down to them and see what they are up to. Don't know why my screen has gone a bit. Okay, it's because he's pointing at the sky, so my screen's gone grey. So it's like it's behind me, but I'm watching in front of me. Really, really strange. So who have we got on? Anybody about? Anybody watching the planes as well, or is it just me watching the planes? Watching me watching the planes? Has anybody got a beer on? Oh, that's nice. Talking about numbers, just flicked over to Jet TV, BigJet TV. He's got 18,888 watching him over there. Could be why nobody's watching me. Not that anybody watches me anyway, but I thought I'd bang it up, see you live. Scott on one as well. Cheers for popping in, saying hello. I was just talking about you, and I don't know if you caught it. Talking about the Tesco's challenge videos. Cheers for doing those. Are you watching this plane malarkey as well? Have you got into all that watching planes taking off from Heathrow? I'm doing all right. I've just been watching that, so I thought I'd bung a live up, have a little chat, have a beer whilst I was watching the planes. To say I'm not a massive plane fan or anything. I'm not even a great fan of flying. I do love a bit of speed, but I'm more about trains and cars really, because I like my speed on the ground. So I love that bit taking off where the jets kick in and you're thrown down the runway. I'm not so keen on that bit. I'm not so keen on the takeoff and the weird angles at speed. I say I don't fly much. I've been around the world 1.5 times in both directions, so I have done it. I don't avoid flying. I do like travel though. I do like travelling around the place. Mostly, I'm into travel around this country. So much of the UK I've been to, and so much I haven't quite seen yet. Including a couple of times flown in this country, which is rare, flown up to Newcastle. But yeah, I'm generally not massive on flying, but I do it. Oh, hang on, he's gone away from the planes. I just noticed that now. Yeah, so this man here, Jerry, watching the plane, standing in a pissing rain at Heathrow. Bloody weather. Well, that's why I'm staying inside. But yes, of course, yes, Scott went for a wander in the seafront on Friday. Just watching the waves crashing up over the breakwater, over the seafront there. All the effort put into channel that live does 3,000 views makes no bloody sense. Well, that's YouTube, isn't it? Who knows what happens? I say I slung this one up just because, like, well, I'm watching this blinking stream of airplanes taking off anyway, so I thought I might see who else is. G'day, Sam, all the way from to the side of the world. I'm watching planes take off at Heathrow in the pissing rain, and you should imagine you're sat there with your feet up. Well, no, because it's middle of the night over there now, isn't it? I've got a beer one. Weird Bid, Hellas Lager. I'll tell you about that. Done a couple of videos about them. Got this one really cheap because it's well past sell-by date, but still perfectly drinkable. And it's going down really nicely. I don't do a lot of drinking on the Sunday. Sunday is normally my day off from the drinking. Mostly because I'm a Friday and Saturday night drinker. Although I took it kind of easy last night. I didn't really have much drink last night, so had a bit of lunch. I say watching the YouTube. So I thought, let's have a couple of beers and see who's about. Got another couple lined up over there. Any of you guys got a pint on? Got a beer on? Sitting home? Join me on YouTube for a beer. I was hoping to maybe be doing a bit of commentating on the planes, but I don't know about you, but I haven't actually been concentrating too much. I keep pointing the wrong way as well. Got to point with the left hand because it's over to the right. It's the opposite way around, isn't it? There we go. No, there. That's the one. It's technology, don't you just love it? Scott had some weird bit stuff. I think Dean sent it to me, and we did a live couple of years ago. Yeah, it's good stuff. I did a video on it because breaking news the other week. The Weird Beer are actually up for sale. He's put a brewery on the market, lock stock. Haven't heard any more on that. Whether anybody's, I know he's shown some people around. Had a brief chat with the sales guy at Weird Beer. He actually offered me a discount code. I did put it on the video. I think it's still going. So if anybody did want to get any Weird Beer, use the code Rasko Disco Beer. It's Rasko with a K. Rasko Disco Beer for 10% off. And I think, although it shouldn't, but that includes on all the discounted stuff. And this stuff's heavily discounted. There's about 5 or 6 lines that are pretty much half price. A couple of normal price ones on there. And you get 10% discount with the code Rasko Disco Beer. So if you want to use that, let me know. If you need some more Weird Beer, I've got a lot in. Not having anything, Scott? No problem. Well, yes, like I say, I didn't have that much yesterday, so I don't normally have a lot on a Sunday. So I had one today. It's 3 in the morning. Well, morning, lunchtime, I guess. No, one had another 3. Yeah, I caught some of the boxing. Wasn't so interested in the boxing, but I did catch you chatting on it and had a little quick catch up afterwards. And another 4 then in ruin this morning. Well, that's what Sundays are for. I was chatting to my mate Jim. He sometimes comes on our channel and saying, "Oh, come on, do you fancy popping on a live show?" And he went, "No, mate, I'm hungover." Yeah, some people say hair of the dog, then, isn't it? Just crack back on, but also lazy Sunday. I don't drink too much on Sunday, so I thought, well, I'll crack a couple. I've got a couple more lined up. Something interesting and something stouty, because I see the hashtag Stout Sunday knocking around the socials a bit. So I do like to have a stout on a Sunday. Occasionally, if I have a beer at all. Sometimes I like to finish a Sunday evening with like a really big imperial stout in the evening after dinner, you know. Of course, talking of stouts, some big stouts probably. Sam just about to crack a Lervig 3-bean stout. Haven't had it for a while, but always a winner when you can get it down here. Yeah, Lervig, a brewery I'm fairly well, but don't see too much. I had them on a collab with somebody the other day. I always forget about Lervig. I tend to avoid Lervig on price reasons. Not that they're unreasonable, just I don't have enough money to be chucking at beers like that. I never moan about a price. We know why the price is the price. It's because it comes from it's Denmark, it's Sweden. No, it's Denmark, isn't it, Lervig? So getting Lervig beers over here usually looks on the face of it fairly pricey. That's a discussion for an entirely different video. Is it worth it? On the Imperial Stouts, I'm assuming that one's Imperial. I just assume all Lervig stuff is big ABVs, but I'm not sure. But if you can get it into Australia, it's always worth picking up, because you know it's going to be fairly decent. There's a big plane in the background. What one's that? Oh no, just a regular jet. I thought it was a 747. Not great on the quality on this one, obviously being in the background. Norway, of course it's Norway. Scandinavia. Don't get Scandinavian countries mixed up, they don't like it, but it's all pretty cool. I knew it was Norway. That's what I said, Denmark or Sweden, I meant Norway. Who was I thinking of in Denmark? Anyway, I'm waffling. Can you tell I don't do lives too much and I haven't got anything planned for this one? It's just completely off the cuff. Thought I'd just see what was going on. But that's the thing. That's the thing about it. It's about always learning. I always use the hashtag always learning. And so I guess I've learned, and I will probably still forget for the next time. Learning out of Norway. Cheers, Sam. Any of you plane fans? Is Planespotting a thing? And does plane spotting and beer, does it go together? I don't know. I suppose if you're out on the runway looking at planes taking off for real, you could have a beer, take a few beers, but that's drinking in public, innit? Don't know if you're allowed to do that. Yeah, you must be able to. Well, that's the only thing, as long as you don't get caught. That's not like an instructional thing, by the way. It's just a thing I keep saying. I'm going to move on to another beer in a sec. All right, have we got a plane taking off there? Okay, the other thing, of course, is because of technology, what I've got in the background is not actually what's going on in the real feed, because that feed is a few seconds behind. So, there we go. That's that Lufthansa jet arriving. I can't give you any technical stuff because I don't really know one plane from t'other, to be honest. I could probably spot a 747, to be honest, but apparently you don't see too many of those about. Now you've got all these new ones, A360s, Airbus things, and I don't recognise one from t'other. I should put the sound on, really, but then that would really complicate the sound between me speaking and hearing jets roaring in the thing. I haven't even got it going on in the earpiece because then I'd just get jets roaring in my ear, and that wouldn't help either. Like planes, but being a country lad, I don't see many. I suppose, yeah. If you've not got a regional airport there, it's a big spread out place. I guess you just see small ones knocking about in country airports and stuff like that. I'm actually quite surprised, actually, because I'm actually right in the flight path of RAF Norfolk, so I get quite a few planes flying over it. Again, no idea what they are. We get the old Hercules transporters coming in now and again. I guess there's nothing flying in and out of there because a lot of it is a small private jets, so I guess they've been soft flying. You want to see either way some of these big jumbos and jets are thrown around in the wind, in the crosswinds. That's why I guess 200,000 people were watching this stream on Friday. Indeed, 18,000 people were watching, just seeing it's like a rather you than me moment, watching everybody else being thrown around. Oi, here's trouble. Jack, welcome along. Your first Rasko Disco live stream in the comments, I think. Yeah, first live. You're very welcome, Jack. Have you got a beer? What are you drinking this afternoon? I'm sitting here just watching planes taking off Heathrow on the Jet TV live stream over on another part of YouTube. So hopefully my mashed potato internet is holding up out there. I don't know what I'm coming across like. Let us know if it's going okay. And we shall watch some planes. Right, there's a big one on the deck. Oh, I tell you what, that's what I was going to do. I was going to try and work out. Let's see if we can do this. Share screen. Oh, share tab. Right, there we go. Didn't get notified, but I mean, yeah, I never understand how they work. All notifications on. Pelican Rouge coffee. I guess that's not a coffee stout. Standard 240p as ever, brother. Spot on. Okay, I don't know what 240p means or is, but looks good. Our local annual air show about an hour down the road is always a rad day out. Okay, rad day though. I've been home for times. I made a mistake going over 1 year. The noise from making head is not so good. I'll tell you what I used to do when I used to have hangover and I worked at a tool company. I used to go with a raging hangover and just get my head in the cement mixer and just rattle the cement out. It's kill or cure, basically. Just get some noise in. The adrenaline alone standing in front of a jet should sort it out, I think. But yeah, I must be the only one not hungover today then. Alright, that's one beer down for a Sunday. It's 4 o'clock. Yeah, weird beard, Hella's around the corner. I got 12 of them in because it's just really easy and nice to chuck down. Getting into Hella's Lager a lot more in the last couple of years, and that's a good one. Oh, that's a big plane taking off. What's that? I don't know. 767, 777. I lost track of the numbers now. Not that I ever used to know them that much. Right, let's. I'm going to get another beer on because I'm enjoying the beers, and then I'm going to have a look at the planes a little bit, if we can. There's a thing I want to do on the screen there. Bear with. Right, one more beer. I was going to save this one for a review, but I just sort of grabbed it out of the stash. You guys all know about that. You know, the ginger infused golden ale called Jasper from Lord's Brewing. I've got so many videos and so many reviews I plan to do that I've got far too much beer in. So I'm going to have to just start drinking them. So I don't really want to leave this one any further. I probably don't need to do a review on it because everybody else reviewed it pretty much. So I guess this will be, I've got spare one so I can still do a review and post it up on Instagram or whatever. This will be my Jasper review. Yeah, nicely carbonated, loads of bubbles, nice creamy, foamy, fairly tight head. Yeah, Lord's Brewing. Jasper ginger infused golden ale, 4.5%. Seen a few reviews of this, generally well received, well liked. Ooh. Pretty strong ginger aroma for sure. I'm sort of nonplussed on ginger. I don't like it nor dislike it. It's a slight hoppy note in there as well. Cheers, by the way. Happy damn Sunday. Ooh. Yeah, now, that's a big hit of ginger for me. You enjoyed the Jasper, Jack? Good stuff. It's a clear, crisp, nice drinkable golden ale on the background. Would everybody, I don't know, do I like ginger or not in its kind of rawest form? And this is a kind of raw form of ginger, right? You can really taste it over the top of the malt and the hoppy notes. It's very muted hoppy notes, but you can taste it over the top of the golden ale. It's not quite liquid ginger biscuits. It's almost ginger hobnobs, if that's a thing. It's got that odd background note though. It's got that odd floral background note. That's almost a bit of a characteristic of Lord's beers. Now, I say floral. A lot of people use the word soapy. We had it in the Sunset Cocoa. Maybe it's just my taste buds, but there's an odd floral background note that isn't unpleasant, just a bit odd. But again, it's I would say nicely balanced. You got that floral note. You got the ginger that's quite strong initially, but sort of fades into the background amongst the ale flavours, the maltiness. It's one that's just a nice golden ale. Good afternoon sipper. I wouldn't say it was sessionable. Couldn't do a session on that. I think that ginger flavour would get a little bit too much. But it's interesting. It's different. It's a different flavour in the beer. I do love trying. A lot of people say I like a beer that tastes like beer. Well, that does taste like beer. It just tastes like a ginger infused beer because you've got the ginger flavour. So I do like adjuncts rather. I do like different beers. I do like something out of the ordinary. Undoubtedly out of the ordinary, as you all know, done with Paul of Paul's Beer Reviews, who actually chucked some of the ingredients in on a brew day up at Lord's in Huddersfield. Yeah, it's quite pleasant. It's interesting. It's intriguing. I can find words on it. Sometimes I get a bit bored with like pale ales and golden ales that are just another hop variant. So you've chucked all the hops in. It's perfectly pleasant, but nothing particularly exciting or different. I like that because it's different. It's unusual. and it is mostly drinkable. It's good. So, where are we? Got another plane on the deck there. I don't even really like ginger, to be honest. But I did like Jasper, and I didn't get massive amounts, or my taste buds are shot to bit. I don't know. I don't get massive amounts. I think it was just like the shock, not shock, but the first hit was definitely ginger combined with the aroma. Sometimes ginger can be that it's got like it is a spice, isn't it? So sometimes you've got the ginger flavour, like which is muted, like you're having like say ginger nuts, biscuits, or whatever. And sometimes it's proper like horseradish because it is a root, isn't it? So it's like kind of proper attacks the taste buds. Um, for me, the initial contact on the ginger was quite heavy, but like I say, it kind of smooths out, and obviously all beers change a little bit as you go down the pint once the head dies a little bit. So I find ginger in its like raw or root form, um, kind of what's the word? It's got that little thing on the tongue. It just takes the edge of the sides like a bit of a rough edge on the tongue. So I don't find it particularly heavy, but it's kind of noticeable. It's got that twang. It's got that tinge of ginger, kind of spicy notes, like almost going peppery a little bit. But then I was just thinking, you're a bit weird, Jack, especially as you come up with that. I drank 4 dragon soups last night and somehow promptly fell asleep. I don't know, were they like, did you have alcohol-free dragon soup or what? I mean, I drank 1 dragon soup and I was up till 4:30 in the morning, and I don't normally get affected by the sorts of things in dragon soup. Yes, I'm aware my screen's just gone off because, oh no, lack of activity on the laptop over there that's connected to that screen means that it's just dying. I forgot to move the cursor every now and again. Sorry about that. If you were watching the planes in the background, which I doubt, but if anybody was, the planes in the background from Jet TV will be back just as soon as my slow old dinosaur laptop fires up again. So I am watching, or I was watching BigJet TV, which is a phenomenon from Friday afternoon. 200,000 watchers watching planes landing at Heathrow Airport in the storm on Friday. They had a day off yesterday, done a lot of interviews for TV and radio. I think they had ITV down there on Friday, and I thought I'd have a little look on the live stream from another part of Heathrow Airport, watching the takeoffs this afternoon. In the meantime, Sam won a case of ginger beer. Congrats. Do love a competition. I do love a beer competition. I enter loads on Instagram. I've won 1 or 2. Won a case of ginger beer from a Melbourne brewery. Hoping it arrives soon. My current stocks are very low with anything. Oh, cool. Here's a question for you. So I enter loads of competitions and I've won some free beer here and there, and I've got some good deals and stuff. Does beer taste better if it's free? Now, I was talking earlier about the Hellers around the corner from Weird Beard. Does that taste better because it was cheap? It was £2 a can. I think it's like £4.50 normally. It was at the end of the best before end. I think it was January or something. So beers are still mostly good. The best before end is only nominal. Do beers taste better when they're cheap and or free? I don't know. Does my judgment get a little bit clouded, or do I have to try and suspend my enthusiasm for free beer? Taste it or not? What do you think, Sam? Will it taste better because it's free, or will it taste better because it's just good beer? Back to Jack's Dragon Seat, all 4 flavours, 7.5%, and a few Lord's beers and coffee. Then fell asleep. Yeah, I'm not normal, but I don't drink a lot, to be honest. So maybe it was just piss. Do you know what? I used to go and have a skinful down the pub back in the day. Well, even up to about 5 years ago, to be fair. Drinking down the pub 2 o'clock in the morning, bunch of Guinness, loads of shots. We come out, we go to the BP garage around the corner, and we drinking coffee in there. It's about 4 in the morning, just as like a a little wind down, little come down from the pub, and then I'd go home and go to sleep after 2 or 3 coffees. So, oh look, I don't know where that is. I imagine it's Canada, but it's kind of stylized. Just the old. Just fire up the old laptop again. No, it's probably going to. Wouldn't be a Rasko and Disco stream without a little bit of technical difficulties going on. Some kind of technology balls up. But at least we're streaming properly today. The reason I can't look at the laptop and do it, by the way, is because the reason I've got this screen on this laptop is because I knackered this laptop screen, so I can't see a thing. But hey, we're back with the planes, as if that makes a lot of difference. But if you're enjoying watching the planes, do let us know. Right, to answer that question, do beers taste better when they're free? Yeah, definitely. Especially on a competition. When they're cheap, they're normally expiry, so hell no. See, that's what I thought, but those weird beers, they're past expiry, not by a lot. You take your chance, you take your gamble with them, but you know they're probably going to be okay. I agree, and as I said in the video I did about it, maybe not the hoppier beers, obviously, because your hop fades. I like hop fade because I don't like massively high hoppy beers, so I don't mind trying. In fact, I keep some hoppier beers back and try them at the end, so they're not so like massive grapefruit hit. We shall see. But yeah, I think beers probably do taste better when they're free. Right, so we've not got the planes. This is the guy from. This is Jerry from BigJet TV. He's the guy that goes around. Is BigJet TV a global thing or just from the UK? Well, it's a guy from the UK. I think he's from up north somewhere. So he's got this channel, and he had it before Friday, before it all kicked off. He had about 70,000 viewers. He does go around globally. He was in Amsterdam on Thursday night, taking a video of the planes landing at Schiphol. I haven't looked too far back for his channel, but yes, I think he does go global. Obviously, with 70,000 subscribers, and I think he's got a few sponsors, so he does make money out of it, or he does at least, break even. Does get to fly around the world. I think he's got videos of most of the major international airports, and he obviously does get a good viewing. Like I say, he had about 70,000. He's put on 100 and something thousand subscribers now. Since Friday, it all kicked off. He was on the national news. People were retweeting it. I forgot to tweet about it, actually. I was going to do that sort of info one, and he's now got 270,000 subscribers, I imagine, internationally. So, yeah, I guess he's fairly global now. He was all over the media here in the UK on Friday. He actually live streamed himself after he'd been watching the planes land. He'd actually live streamed himself doing an interview live on ITV. So not so many people watching today, such as the vagaries of YouTube, I guess. But it's a Sunday, people doing other things. It's not quite as stormy here. You probably can't hear the wind. It is rattling around my windows a little bit. The hedge and the tree outside is shaking a little bit. It stopped raining at least, but it's still fairly windy. I think we're at the start of another storm. They said Storm Franklin is blowing in. I haven't looked at the weather, I just look outside. So I think we've got some other stuff coming in, and it might get a bit hairier out there. I'm thinking of them people on the planes, man. Thomas, good afternoon to you. Please like and share, even just like, or if you're not, well, you guys will subscribe. So yeah, thank you very much. Thanks for joining us, by the way. I'm just Thomas. I'm just watching this live stream on YouTube of BigJet TV. The guy is just videoing, it's just streaming the planes taking off at Heathrow. And it's amazing what people will watch, including me, because I watched it all of Friday afternoon. And I've been watching this afternoon. I thought I'd bung up live and have a chat and have a beer and see who's about. Yeah, going back to free beer and cheap beer. Yeah, it depends on the style. Like I say, with the hoppier stuff. Yeah, stouts are fine for ages. Exactly. Yeah, an IPA in the oil price is normally rubbish. Like I say, like if it's a hoppy IPA, I'll leave it a bit longer. And again, that's a Hellas lager, so not massively hoppy, but held up a little bit. I guess probably on that you couldn't taste like there was like a faint banana-y kind of Hefeweizen yeast kind of flavour on it, but it wasn't as strong as maybe it was when it was fresh. I don't know. Um, I know there are hotel rooms at Melbourne Airport that are popular for plane spotters. I've seen the rooms been interviewed would be ideal for this sort of thing. Yeah, especially if they're inside. You don't have to be standing out in the pissing rain like this poor Jerry fellow is. Uh, on Friday, I was going to show. That was what I was going to show on Friday. So this guy, he must be like I say, he had 77,000 subscribers on Saturday. He's actually got a van. So he's got a transit van, and it's got like a viewing platform that he's built on the roof. I don't know if it's mobile. He puts it up, but he actually drove it into a field. So maybe he rented the field or something. I don't know. Let me see if I can find that. I know you showed that, can't I? I come off somebody else's channel, but yeah. So he's driven this van into a field, and he did mention earlier that he's got like £14,000 worth of camera gear. So I guess 77,000 subscribers on YouTube is going to get you a bit of coin, isn't it? So he's got some obviously it's his thing. So he does this obviously as a job. So let me show you this, right? So this is this guy Jerry on the screen now, right? Right, so this is this guy's van, right? So he's driven this van into a field. I don't know whether he's rented the field or whatever. I can't get that any bigger, can I? Can I? No. That is what it is, yeah. So he's got his transit van with this cage on the top of it. This viewing platform that he's built on it. That person to the right, I think, is the ITV cameraman who was about to interview him. And he's just pointing at the planes, as you can see in the middle distance there in the middle. That looks unusually bright, but it was occasionally on Friday when the weather broke. The sun came out, and it was still proper windy. So all he's done there, he's gone off. He's gone off again. He's got technical difficulty, so this is a good time to show you about interrupting the planes. Yeah, so he's just standing on the. He's got his plane up on his camera kit up on that van, and he's just filming the planes as they come into land at Heathrow. You can see a little bit of crosswind there as the wind dips a little bit. The wing dips a little bit. He's got a much better camera kit than this guy. This is just some guy filming this guy, which is a bit weird. But look at me, I'm watching him on the blinking screen. So yeah, that's his van. So I mean, that looks a pretty tidy looking van, to be honest. I mean, that's I don't know, 20 grand's worth of a van in the first place, and then he's built this rig on top of it. I guess he just, I suppose in the UK, I know he obviously flies overseas as well, but in the UK, I guess he just drives around to the airport, parks it up near the runway. Now this bit in Heathrow, by the way, that's there's like a ring road around Heathrow, and in there's fields on the edge of it. I think this is actually a working farm around here, if I remember rightly. But there's all sorts of guys, as you see that plane come over there. There's often I used to live around Heathrow quite a lot, and there's just a whole bunch of plane spotters just either stand, or most of them bring their chairs and just sit out and watch the planes landing, like plane numbers or whatever. So I can imagine he's not the only guy doing this, because there's the same with any sort of niche interest, I suppose. There's a whole bunch of people doing it. So that's why I was working out how to stop the share, because the planes have come back. Yeah, so people just stand out on the ring road, depending on which, and obviously you've got several runways at Heathrow, so, and there's all this thing, they know obviously where the planes are going to be and which runways they're landing on. Here's the other thing I saw, of course, right? This is what I was going to show. Now with technology, they know when the planes are coming in. So what I was doing the other day, see if I can do this now. So the thing that amused me the other day was flight radar. So you've got all these little planes that look like little ants, but I guess satellite technology now, you can track all the planes coming in and out. And I'm probably teaching you how to suck eggs. Maybe you know about this, but as a kind of like peripheral interest, I find this thing brilliant. You can click on the planes; it tells you where it's going. See, like that one there, London Heathrow to Istanbul. So that's one taking off. So the game is if these things match up, is he showing that one that's taking off at the moment? So that one says London Heathrow. Let me just have a check on that one. That doesn't look like a Turkish airline. Because now you can't see the screen behind me. So I'm not sure whether I'm allowed to share the YouTube stream or not. Maybe we should just do it and see what happens. So, for example, at the moment, come on, see the tail wheel. I'm waiting for the tail to come in so I can see what thing we're looking at. And where's he gone? That's an inbound one. Why is he all the way over there? Tel Aviv, Heathrow, is that the one? So he's got on screen at the moment. No, he's frozen. That's not going to work because I can't match it up. So I was trying to match up the flight radar information into what he's actually got on screen, but now he seems to have frozen. So that's not helpful. Yeah, he's just saying on the commentary there he has frozen. So, oh no, that's the one I was looking for. I don't know what that flag is. It looks like Lithuania, but see, I can see it in big, and obviously, like when I put it on there, you can't see it so well. So I don't know if that was a good idea or not, but it gives you an idea as a sort of watch along what the sort of thing I'm watching. But I'm only watching the same size as you are because I can't see behind me on that laptop because that laptop screen's broken. Don't you just love technology? And not only that, everybody's disappeared. See what happens when technology fails? If you're watching this back afterwards, firstly, thank you for watching and watching this far. Just having a little look around the settings because I want to go and share that screen again and try and get the definition a bit better. So I can try and match up the flight radar information with what he's actually got live on screen. But yeah, he's gone into technical difficulties again there now. So his screen is frozen and he's rebooting the screen. So I can't watch along. This is a watch along that I can't watch along, which is annoying, but hey, that's technology for you. I tell you what, this beer's going down proper quick for a Sunday session. I had a beer last night. I don't have last night. Oh, this one, North South Divide. 7.4% Kavik IPA that I got from Morrison's the other day on that Morrison's video. I had this before Christmas and proper smashed it. Last night, proper grapefruit heavy notes coming through. I don't know, maybe it's just a shelf turd. It was sitting there too long, got too warm or whatever. I don't know. Wasn't that great. It took me best part of an hour to actually get through that one, which is kind of strange, really. But today, I'm drinking fresh. I've had the Ella's. This Jasper Ginger Golden Ale from Lord's gone down pretty swift, though. Probably off at 5 o'clock anyway. Go and have a bit of dinner. Nice roast dinner on a Saturday around the parents. So we'll see if he gets his planes back. There's a difference here. So I think what's going to happen is, I think that needs rebooting as well. That's fallen a little bit behind. YouTube adverts, huh? What can you do? Oh, there we go. Turkish Airlines about to take off. Is that this one on Flight Radar? No, that's the Los Angeles one. Can't find it, never mind. Right, so Turkish Airlines plane has taken off. I used to know me planes. I'm sure I did. Oh, what's he got to say to himself? I think he's just apologising for the... Or was he cleaning the camera again? It's still raining out there. I know it's just started raining again here as well. Yeah, he's just apologising for the technical issues. It all went frozen a little bit. I rebooted it, so having said he's got 14 grand's worth of camera equipment, sometimes you're a little bit at mercy of the technology and the internet and stuff like that. I think that's what he's done there. But he is standing outside in the pissing rain and the howling gale, videoing planes taking off at Heathrow Airport. Bless him. I guess he enjoys it. We've all stood in the rain doing our hobbies, I suppose, at some stage, unless you're just drinking in the pub like we are, drinking at home. But no pain, no gain, as they say. Talking about no pain, no gain. Square Table Degenerates. Joey, good evening, afternoon, or early in the morning for you, I guess. Yeah, we're just watching this guy who's live streaming planes taking off at Heathrow. Guy called Jerry on BigJet TV, a plane channel. Went a bit viral on Friday afternoon here in the UK and I guess globally as well. Got a lot of interest in the news. He had news crews down there phoning him up. He was actually doing, I think, live interviews whilst he's doing commentary. I haven't put the commentary up here as well. I've just put it on the big screen at the background. Oh, he's frozen again. He was just on screen explaining about technical difficulties, and bless him, the stream is frozen again. So I was watching this on Friday afternoon. I was watching it again this afternoon. I thought, do you know what? I might as well have a beer whilst I'm watching this madness. People will watch anything, as we all know, YouTube content creators and watchers. Oh, what's going on? Oh, right, that's his logo. So he's definitely... I don't know if the stream's still going. Oh, okay, he's rebooted. He's back on now. But yeah, this is all the fun of YouTubing, isn't it? You have to deal with technical difficulties and all kinds of crazy stuff. So I cracked a beer this afternoon. I thought we'd watch on and see what's going on. I think his stream's gone down. Has that gone on to the next stream? No, that's just... whoa. Watch this coming up. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see. So he's playing a video, I think, because the stream's sort of a bit wobbly. This is the sort of thing that he was sort of catching on Friday. When you get a big jet come in and a bit of crosswind, so this is a little bit behind what's actually being transmitted. But yeah, on Friday there was a lot of wobbles on the crosswinds coming into Heathrow as the storm was raging throughout the day, and yeah, people were just watching the planes bounce around, trying to touch down at Heathrow. There was a couple that nearly didn't make it. There was a couple what they call go-arounds where they get it almost on the deck, have a little bit of a wobble, and then they're in danger of running out of runway. So they just pull back on the stick and get the hell out of there and go around and have another go. Maverick or Goose? Great Top Gun reference. I would always pick Maverick, probably. Do you know what? I haven't watched that film in years. I don't watch films too much anymore, but that is one film I've actually watched, if not 20 years ago, 25 years ago. Oh, Iceman. So yeah, I think I wouldn't be any of those. I'd have my own one. My call sign would simply be Disco, wouldn't it? Obviously, there's no point having a ridiculous nickname like Disco and not using it in every possible walk of life. So yeah, I would be the call sign Disco. What would be your call sign, Sam? Joey, what would be your call sign if you was Top Gunning it? Oh, I've lost it. I've got no ads again. Don't think, am I allowed to show ads? I'm not monetized, so don't show the ads. I don't even know if I'm meant to be doing it like this anyway. I probably could just share it, it'd be easier. I've no idea. So I've no idea what's going on Jet TV. Oh no, he's given up. Right, so he's given up now. He's not. He's just playing his next video, I think. So he's given up. Maybe the stream will come back. Let me just see. Do you know what? I've just noticed. I thought he might drop in actually. I thought our man Steve is gone live over on his channel. So do you know what? We've had an hour. We've had some fun chats. Watched some planes taking off and landing. I'm going to call that one as an hour. Thank you very much indeed, everybody who's dropped in. We are working out what we're doing here at Rasko and Disco, whether we're doing some live streams or we're going to bring the Saturday nights back. I know Phil was in earlier who did ask, are we doing live streams, me and Rasko? Hopefully we'll be getting Rasko doing some stuff at some point, maybe back on a Saturday night in our 10 o'clock slot, as we used to be on Instagram. Still doing beer reviews on Instagram. If you are on Insta, check that out. It's a good one, Sam. I'd be showbag as I'm full of shit. You never know what you're going to get. Showbag. That's a great nickname, actually. I like that. So in the YouTube Top Gun school so far, we've got, I was going to say Squadron Leader Disco, but that doesn't really work in American Top Gun, does it? Yeah, so we've got call signs of Disco and Showbag. Anybody else with a Top Gun call sign? Sign up for the YouTube Top Gun school. That's the moments you love on live YouTube, just random ideas like that. On that note, I notice there's 4 of you in, so thank you very much indeed, everybody, for joining me for a Sunday session. I'm going to go over to Steve. I might even go live if he's taking people on and have a little chat with Steve. We'll go over there and give Steve some grief. Thank you very much indeed. I'm in Disco, Rasko, Disco Beer Review. You've been fantastic for watching. Cheers all. Go on, go over to Steve's channel. I'll see you over there.